Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. This is John, and I still don't have a clue where Richard is. So we're going to jump right into the Mob Psycho 100 Season 2, Episode 1 review and the OVA review. So, really quick, uh, today we got Gemini with us. She went with me to the theater, try to find Richard as well. Oh well, I don't know where he's at. We'll find him eventually. So, alright, so they started off the movie with the OVA. And basically, the OVA was called Reagan, the Miraculous Unknown Psychic. And it was the OVA based on a whole recap of the first season. It was actually a little long. It was an hour and a half, something like that. A lot longer than what we thought it was going to be. Gemini, you had never seen Mob Psycho Season 1.
No.
What'd you think of just the recap version of it? Just that OVA, I guess.
I was thankful for it so that I could understand the second season.
Fair enough, yeah. I will have to give it, a little critique. I mean, for someone new like her, it was kind of maybe odd because it was told from Regan's point of view, where he's putting himself in the place of Mob and doing all these great things, and he takes all the credit from him at the beginning and throughout all of it, and it was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to see how he placed himself in these key scenes and took all this credit, and by the end of it, he wanted Mob to write a book retelling all of it, and that's what the whole OVA is about, just as a convenient way to do a recap of the first season. And by the end of it, Mob, has his friends tell him, hey, you shouldn't be giving Regan so much credit, so you need to rewrite the entire book. And he does that, and Regan doesn't read it again until after it's published, and then he finds out that the truth came out, and even though it's actually called Regan, the Miraculous Unknown Psychic, he's not even like a main character. He's like actually in the conclusion in the back, just kind of set up as the con man that he is. So it was actually a pretty funny retelling, and really, really enjoyable. Really kind of helped us go back and remind us of what happened from all the stuff almost 2 years ago that happened in the series. So, I guess let's just jump right into the Season 2, Episode 1 review. And, really hoping that Richard was going to be here for this, but what? Anyway, I don't know. So, Season 2, Episode 1...
Hey.
Hey. What? Where were you at?
I've been in the theater since Thursday. I've watched episode 1 like 20 times. It's different animation each and every time.
I bet. So, Season 2, Episode 1 of Mob Psycho 100. Let's just start off. What was your guys' initial impression? You like it?
I did
Thumbs
like
up?
it.
Thumbs down?
I do maybe.
Maybe?
I'm still iffy on it.
Okay. Yeah, I still haven't watched the series. Richard?
I thought it was a good kind of like introduction episode, just kind of getting us back into like, hey, these are the characters. And even though we did watch that whole OVA initially, but just kind of get us back settled back in, just give us a little tease of new content. I liked. I did think that the one girl,
Emmy?
I think that's what her name was,
The-
the redhead.
Yeah, the one that confessed.
Confessed
Yes.
to him. Confessed. Like I kind of knew she was up to something. I was actually thinking she was like a evil spirit type thing, but ended up just being just a normal girl that was kind of messing with him. Not really though.
Well, it was like she was kind of messing with him because she did lose John Kenpo.
Yeah.
She had to confess to him, but at the same time, she didn't want to look like she got turned down.
Right.
So she was thankful that he at least would walk her home and stuff like
Right.
that.
But it was just, I don't know, like I knew she was up to something. I knew she wasn't being totally legit because, I mean, that whole thing just seemed a little off.
Mm-hmm.
But, otherwise, I mean, it was good. Once we see Mob pretty much doing his thing and kind of, I liked how when he took, at the beginning, when he took control of those vines and, his master's just like, yes, that was actually the solution that I was hoping you would, come to. It's like, yes, of course. Good job.
At the end of season 1, I could be wrong, but I thought he had psychic powers now. At least a little bit. Like, he could see the spirit. He could see, what was his name, Dimple?
Right, yeah.
He can see into the spirit world now. I thought maybe between season 1 and season 2, he might have, like, a little bit of powers, but I guess no. I guess he just actually has access to the world to see it now.
Yeah. He's never, spoiler alert, he's never really been able to do anything. Not especially not near the same level as Mob, up until that one point where he had Mob's powers for just like a brief moment in time at the end of season 1. So, but otherwise, I mean, like I said, it was just kind of a nice little introduction. Interesting to see it. Like, I'm assuming the one girl's going to be a regular now.
Yeah, reoccurring character.
I thought she was just going to be a one shot. Like, hey, but then you see her at the very end. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah, maybe she'll kind of go along in the story. I don't know. Yeah. I've never read the manga, so I don't.
Yeah, I
don't know.
Kind of going into this, just I have no idea what to expect. Although, Mom's voice actor did say something during his
introduction.
He said something like, expect a more serious season type of thing. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe good. I think I kind of went into Mob Psycho thinking it's just going to be kind of a One Punch Man clone because it is made by
the same person.
Yeah. So, but no, I think this is going to be. At least my impression is that it's going to be a lot more serious.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I had actually had initial thoughts that they were going to introduce the Claw Syndicate or group or whatever right from the start, just because they were making such a big deal over the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually was fine that they didn't. I mean, I know that's still going to be a thing unfolding in the background anyway, so just to kind of have a light, funny opening, just kind of getting back into the characters, like you said, doing the whole farm thing, taking care of the vines and whatever else was, plaguing the one farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of showed that life was continuing on. The thing with Mob and the one girl that confessed to him was really fun. Light humor. Kind of showed a different side to Mob that we didn't really get to see in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And just overall, just really enjoyed it. Had a good time with all of it. So,
it was nice seeing it on the big screen.
Yes, and anime is always bigger in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
If I could afford it, I would, just have one.
Yeah.
Can't.
I mean,
so
do the best we can, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta pay for it.
Right.
Gemini, any more thoughts about the episode that you had?
Well, it's sort of based. I just heard that it was the main person from One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that while it was on the cell phone, that there was One Punch Man right there,
yes.
And I was like, why was he included? But I did like it somewhat, like I said. But it's just I'm not quite used to it.
Like the style, I
Yeah,
guess?
I'm not used to the style. I'm used to different, I guess.
Mm.
But I would watch it, and I'd probably watch the season 1 first before I continue on to season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I was kind of surprised that, I mean, it was amusing how they did the OVA.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, I guess I wasn't really expecting Regan to, overlay himself over all the important parts.
I totally expected it. Based on his character, that's exactly what I wanted. It was actually beyond my expectation.
Right, and it's funny, but at the same time, like, I'm sure for first-time viewers, like, it was kind of
like confusing.
It's like, why is... But, they clarified it at the end when they got rid of, like, all his...
Yeah.
Like, because... Like, there were some parts where, like, he would be there and, like, talking with the other characters, and I'd just be like, he wasn't there for that, though.
Yeah.
But then they would go back, like, oh, no, he wasn't actually there,
Mm-hmm.
They would strip away his fabrications, as it
yes.
were.
That's what it was, the fabrication,
yeah. I really enjoyed that part, too. It was like, fabrication, 25%, fabrication, 50%, and so on. Kind of like what they do with Mob, but
yeah,
with Regan, it's fabrication, I guess. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this next season. We'll see how serious it gets. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Did you guys see it in theaters too?
Yeah, love to hear what you thought, and thank you guys for watching.